Okay, this is not a worksheet that you guys have. Okay, this is examples of the type of problems that are going to be on the quiz tomorrow, so I really need you to pay attention so you don't say, I've never seen this before. Problem number 1, it says, what is the slope of the line that is parallel? So I need a parallel slope for these 2 points. So first thing is I need to put it in a table because I need to find the slope of that. So that's 7, -5, and -5, 7. Everybody put that in stat because we're going to do stat calc 4. Everybody put it in stat calc 4. Stat enter. So here we go, press the stat button, enter. We have 7, enter, -5, enter. On the other side, I have -5, enter, and 7, enter. Stat, calc, 4, enter. So the slope is -1, right? The slope of this table is -1. So what I would do if I were you, if I were you on the test tomorrow, I would say, okay, the slope of this one is -1. So the slope of a parallel line has to be what? The same. Same slope. So if the slope of one is -1, then the slope of the other one also has to be -1. That's all you're going to have to do on those type of problems tomorrow. Okay, same thing for number 2. You do stat calc 4, you find the slope, and then parallel means same slope. On number 3, you would have to solve for y first because this equation is not ready. And it's asking for the slope of a line parallel. So we're looking for the same slope. So what you would have to do on this one is solve for y for tomorrow. So what's the first step? You move the 3x over and you change the sign. What's the second step? Divide everything by that 7 that's in front of the y so it can cancel. That leaves you with y equals. You put this in the calculator, that gives you -1. Put this in the calculator, math enter, that gives you -3/7x. Which one's the slope? The one with the x. So -3/7. And I need a parallel slope, so it's -3/7. Okay, so that's how you would do it, those types tomorrow. Number 4, you would have to solve for y first. Okay, solve this one for y, find the slope, and then you have to do point slope form like you did on the homework yesterday, and how you're going to do it today the same way. So you'll be practicing some of these today on your worksheet. Problem number 7. Okay, what is the slope of the line that is perpendicular to this? So you're going to have to solve for y first and then do perpendicular slope, which is negative reciprocal. Okay, so let's solve for y. 3x minus 4y equals 24. Draw the line. What's the first step? 3x over, change the sign. Step number 2, divide by that -4 in front of the y. Y equals, divide this, that gives you -6, divide this, math enter, that gives you a positive 3/4x. Which one's the slope? So the positive 3/4. but I want a perpendicular slope. Not the same slope. I want it perpendicular. So what do you have to do? You flip it and you change the sign. So if I flip this fraction, that gives me 4 over 3. And if I change the sign from a positive, it turns into a negative. So the slope that is perpendicular to this equation is negative 4/3, which is letter A. Okay, those are the type of problems that you're going to have to do on tomorrow's quiz. Let me see if I have to do another one with you. This one, same thing. You put it in stat. Let's put this in stat and find the slope. Everybody's putting this in stat right now. Because I need a slope perpendicular. So tomorrow make sure that you're reading whether they're asking for parallel or perpendicular, because if not, you're going to get it wrong. Eight, 24, and 1, 9. Stat, calc 4, enter. 0.5, so let's change that to a fraction. 0.5, math, enter, enter, is what? Positive 1/2. Okay, so the slope, wrong one again. So the slope of this one is a positive 1/2. Is that what they were asking for? No, they're asking for perpendicular, so that's a negative reciprocal. So what am I going to do to this? Flip it, change the sign, put this in the calculator, see what it gives you. Negative 2 divided by 1 is just negative 2. Okay, it's just a negative 2. You don't have to worry about the 1 at the bottom. Problem number 5, what is the slope of any line perpendicular to a line that has a slope of 9 over 5? So if the slope is 9 over 5, and I want it perpendicular, what do? Flip it and change the sign. So if this is positive, this one's negative. So these two slopes are perpendicular to each other. The answer is B. So you guys should be ready for the quiz tomorrow. I need you to practice some more, so we're going to practice with this sheet today. You guys know how to do from 9 all the way to 11. So I'm going to make another video just to show you how to do parallels and perpendiculars to the x-axis and the y-axis.